Don't breathe it in, folks. Hey y'all, welcome to today's video. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. I'm Amy. So I've done 2 videos featuring Shop Miss A so far. One of them was just an overall haul of everything that I purchased from them, and the other one was a full face of makeup with like the more full coverage products that I purchased. So I can link both of those videos down in the description box if you'd like to check those out. Since I've already done more of a full coverage look with their more full coverage kind of products, today I wanted to go in the other direction with some of the more natural looking products that I purchased from them and just put together a kind of natural everyday look. So some of these products will be repeats from the last video, like the mascara and stuff like that, but some of these I haven't used yet, so I'm excited to see how it goes and if I like them, if I don't like them. We're gonna find out together. Also, I finally did my nails, you guys. Since it is more of a natural kind of look, I decided I wasn't gonna use the primer today. I'm gonna just go straight in with the Aoa Perfect Bb Cream, and I have mine in the shade Fair. And it says it gives the face a luminous glow to eliminate dull skin for a brighter appearance. It says you can wear it under foundation or wear it alone to enhance your natural skin tone while reducing fine lines and pores. We'll see how that does, especially since I'm not wearing a primer today. It's interesting that you can wear it under foundation, I guess because it's supposed to give a glow. Maybe it like that glow comes through the foundation maybe. I don't know. So because it's a BB cream, usually I would just go straight in with my fingers. But I also wanted to try their Paw Paw Wonder Blender, which I believe is their like original sponge, which is this little guy. And I've already dampened it. I have heard amazing things about this sponge, and you guys, it's $1.55. So that's not bad at all. And if it's as good as I keep hearing it is, then I'm very excited. It's so squishy. I mean, I don't know if the sponge is gonna just soak it all up or if it's gonna be like even match me. Oh, and I believe that this was the lightest shade, I think, that I purchased. Okay, so that's that side done, and it for sure gives the skin a glow. It is, I think, slightly too dark for me. Just blend it, you know? It's a BB cream, so I don't really expect it to cover a whole lot, but that's kind of the coverage that I'm getting with that. And then I'm just gonna go in with what's left on my little palette here and go in on the other side with my hand. Well, actually, I think I'm gonna need some more, but. So I just finished this side, and I didn't really expect the sponge to do a whole lot in terms of coverage. I just wanted to try it out and see if I liked it or not. Even though this is a BB cream, I think I'm gonna go in with a tiny bit more on both sides just because I feel like I got a tiny bit better coverage with my fingers. So I think I am going to go in with just a tiny bit of their liquid, it's literally just called liquid concealer, in the shade Porcelain. And I used this in the other video. I don't need like a ton. I just want to brighten my eye area up a little bit. This has a little bit more of a natural finish as well, so I figured they would go pretty well together, and it's not like crazy coverage. Anyway, I just wanted to brighten up that area, and I feel like it did that. So, yay. You know what? For a very glowy BB cream, this is actually dried down more than I thought it was going to. But my face gets super oily, my face gets super oily pretty much just all the time. So I'm just gonna add a teeny tiny bit of their Perfect Setting Powder, and I think this is in the shade Brightening. Yes, so just a tiny bit. Those creases out first. Ooh, I need to clean my brushes. Okay, so I just did a super thin layer of that brightening powder just to kind of help a little bit. And I still feel like you can see some of the glow coming through. So that's nice. But hopefully I won't be a complete oil slick. So I think I'm gonna add just like a tiny bit of like bronzer on the face. They didn't really have one. And I said this in the more full coverage makeup video I did. So I ended up purchasing their Aoa Studio Perfect Finishing Pressed Powder. And I just got it in a darker shade. So I got it in the shade Almond. I'm just gonna take my big fluffy brush and just kind of breathe that in. Don't breathe it in, folks. I'm just gonna lightly tap it on, a little bit up on the temples. I'm gonna move on to blush. So I got 2 different shades of blush, and this is their Perfect blush. So I guess they have a perfect line. Actually, multiple ones of these are in the perfect line. Anyway, this is in the shade Looker, and this is in the shade Darling. I think I'm gonna try Darling first and just see if it's too light or if it's gonna work. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's working. All right. So I think I'm gonna skip the highlighter today because, again, natural look. So, I mean, the only place that I would put it if I put it on is right here, just because I feel like between the blush and everything, it kind of took away some of that shine. But everywhere else is looking totally fine. You know what? Okay, just kidding. I'm just gonna take their Halo highlighter, and it's in the shade Allure. Again, I'm gonna take my big fluffy brush and I'm literally just gonna go like that, like super lightly, and just go like that. Okay. Fastest highlight ever. I am not going to like fill in any parts of my brows or anything today, but I am just gonna run that spoolie through just to tame the brows, you know? So for eyeshadow, I have been saving these for this video. These are the Aoa Studio XL Long Lasting Shadow Sticks. They had these in a bunch of shades, but I got, this is Noir in the shimmer, and this one is Nutmeg in the matte formula. So I wanted to use these for this video because they are very natural colors, and because they're just shadow sticks, I was thinking maybe they'd be a lot more effortless than like just going in and applying eyeshadow. So we'll see if that works. Also, if you watched my Aoa haul video, when I pulled these out and the bottoms fell off, and I thought, oh, well, maybe it's a sharpener in there, or maybe, I don't know. No, they just fall off for no good reason, and I don't know why. I thought maybe it would like twist up. It doesn't do that either. And so I don't really have a sharpener for this size pencil. So I'm not really sure what's gonna happen. And then also this one started to come out. So I'm just hoping that this works. All right, so I think I'm gonna go in with the Nutmeg shade. That was so anticlimactic. Literally nothing happened. There is nothing on my eyelid right now. Why? Why? Is the shimmer shade any better without it like breaking? Are you any better? Okay, the shimmer shade is at least going on. Oh my gosh, but those like are not easy to apply. They drag your skin so bad, and yeah, they're not comfortable to work with. I'm trying to figure out if like there's something I can, like, do you just have to like get a top layer of it off or something? Ooh, it broke. Okay, so I'm trying to see if maybe you take like the first little layer off, if maybe that helps. Y'all. Okay, maybe if I like rub my finger in it first and then apply it to my eyelid that way. Okay, I need a closer up mirror to see what in the world is happening. Ugh. No. No, no, no. I don't know if it's just because it drug the skin so bad or what, but it's making my eyelid look like it has all these wrinkles in it and like super crepey looking where it doesn't usually look like that. And I am not a fan. This is the matte shade. This literally feels like a crayon. It's like super crumbly and gross. I think those are going to be going in the trash because that's really gross. I don't know if there's a way to redeem this. Like, can I spray it with setting spray? Like, will that help? I mean, this one's full on broken and it's the shimmer, which I feel like is the one that had the most potential in the first place. I'm going to give it one more try with the shimmer. I'm going to spray it with setting spray and see if like getting it wet will help the situation at all. This is not great. Okay, I'm gonna figure something out for my eyeshadow and I will be right back. Okay, well, that was an ordeal. These are a hard pass for me. As soon as this video is done, they're going in the trash. So instead, I ended up just going in with these two, popping those on the eyes super quick. And then I just popped the highlighter on the inner corner and the brow bone just to bring a little bit more life into my eyes so they weren't completely matte. Also, those sticks were really hard to get off of my eye. Like there was no getting it off without a makeup wipe. I mean, that's a note, like if I were using it and my hand like slipped and whatever, like I couldn't actually just like buff it out. I would have to use a makeup wipe to get it off. Moving on from those. So next up is the Aoa Gel Liner, and mine is just in the shade dark brown. Same thing as the shadow sticks in the sense that this thing just pops off for no good reason. All right, let's hope this one actually works. Can you see that? I can't tell on my monitor if you can really see it or not, but this is not really working that well either. Like, look, on my hand, it just glides right on. On my eye, it is not doing that. I don't understand. Okay, so the eyeliner, I have many thoughts, and I didn't love it, but I will save my thoughts for the end of the video. So now I'm just gonna pop on some of the Aoa Fat Lash Mascara. I've used this one before. I used this in the other video, so I'm just gonna pop this on real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, so mascara is done and all I have left is to do the lips. So for lips, I have the Aoa Lip Pop lip glosses in 2 different shades. I have Role Model and Ladylike. So I think I'm just gonna try them both on and see which one I like better. So I'll start with Role Model. Let's see. Oh, okay. So yeah, it comes with a little wand. It's thicker than I thought it was gonna be. So that's Role Model. I think that's really pretty. It's a really natural, subtle kind of color. So now I'm just gonna wipe this off and try the other color. Okay, so that's Ladylike. I think that's really pretty as well. It's not too bright and crazy and in your face. You know what? Actually, I want to see. Why don't we just go ahead and layer all the things, you know? I kind of want to see what they look like layered together, because why not? Okay, so that's everything. I'm just going to run through really quickly and tell you what I think of all the different products. I'm just going to start with the sponge, I guess. I like this. I mean, obviously I want to use it with a actual foundation instead of a BB cream and just see what kind of coverage it gives, if it takes way too much coverage, if it picks up product. But using it this once, I mean, it blended out under the eyes really nice. And I mean, I feel like it did a pretty good job blending out the BB cream. It's just BB cream doesn't have great coverage anyway, so I can't really tell if this takes away coverage or not. I mean, I'm sure it did soak up a little bit, but I don't know. It's so like soft and cushy, and it feels really nice on the face. I mean, you know, using it once so far, I like it. This might be a new favorite. The BB cream. I feel like it was a decent BB cream. I do feel like even with like that thin layer of powder on top, the glow is definitely still coming through. So it for sure is glowy. It does claim to be skin perfecting and color correcting. I don't know if it's skin perfecting, but in terms of color correcting, I mean, I feel like just for running around, I just need makeup for a few hours kind of a deal. This kind of took away some of that redness. Obviously, it's not going to cover up spots like this. It's just going to kind of even everything out a little bit. In terms of the shade, I'm pretty sure this is the lightest shade, and it is, I think, a tad too dark for me, but I could probably just slap it on with my fingers, blend it down my neck a little bit, and run out the door. No big deal. I use this in my full coverage AOA video, but I do like this one. I haven't used it tons and tons, and it is more of a natural finish. I can't remember if it claims to be full coverage or not. I don't really find that it's full coverage, but I do find that it's a little bit on the glowy side, a little bit more natural of a finish than concealers I typically use. And I feel like it does a pretty decent job. So I have used all three of these in the previous video, which I didn't use this shade in the previous video, but I really like this shade. I think it is actually pretty soft and natural looking. I did have to build it up a little bit just because it's such a light shade. These two, this one, I think just the shade I got, like I said, they didn't have really a bronzer, so I just had to guess at a shade of pressed powder that I thought would maybe work. Using it as a bronzer today, I mean, it did the bronzing job, but I do think it pulls just a little bit too orangey on my skin. But like I said, I was just guessing. So I think if I got the right shade, this would work totally fine. The formula was totally fine. It's a face powder, so I think it would work really well if it were the right shade for me. And then the Halo highlighter, again, I've used this one before. I haven't used this one tons and tons, but I've used it a few times and I like it. This one's pretty nice. It's a pretty dry formula, so I feel like you kind of have to get in there with the brush a little bit, but yeah, it's really pretty. Oh, I briefly touched on the brow pencil earlier. Since I used this in the last AOA video, I bounce back and forth between this one and my Maybelline Ultra Slim Brow Pencil, which is like my favorite one. And this one is a close second to that. And then I did put a really, really thin layer of the Aoa Perfect Setting Powder in the shade Brightening. I used this in the last video. Since it's supposed to brighten, it's like a soft pink shade. I feel like the formula of it, I like. It's very soft, it's very smooth, easy to work with. But in terms of like the shade, it says brightening, but for some reason I feel like it almost darkens the skin a little bit, which is not what I was going for today. Or I mean, really most days. I mostly notice that around the under eyes where I use a really fair concealer and then it doesn't look as bright anymore, which is ironic because this is a brightening powder. So in terms of it brightening, I don't really feel like it does that, but in terms of like just using it as a setting powder, I feel like it does a pretty decent job. I don't know if it really controls oil or anything like that, but I mean, it just kind of sets things in place. So, I mean, for $1, this is decent. Okay, guys, this is where I feel like everything went really downhill. I think you know my thoughts already. I do not like these at all, at all, at all, at all. There are plenty of other things that I used today. Like most of those items I just showed you, I like. There are things from the other video that I liked. These, do not buy them. Like, I don't think I got duds because I got one matte and one shimmer. So for me to get a dud in both would be just really weird, I think. So I think these just actually are just not good products, which makes me sad because I was looking forward to using this. Like from the packaging to the product itself, I don't get it. I don't understand why this just kind of falls off. It's not like it's even really trying to be like stuck on there like with glue or anything. I mean, if there's a function for this, somebody please tell me what it is, but I don't think there's a function. Oh, look, and it's coming out the other side where it's not supposed to go. And then just the formula of these, they pulled the skin really hard when I was trying to put them on. And like there was no color payoff. Like I had to press really hard on my eyelid to get any color to come off. The matte one never gave me any color. Only the shimmer one did. And I had to press really hard, which you don't want to do, period, but especially on your eyelid where that skin is really delicate, you don't want to do that. It hurt my eyelid quite a bit. Yeah, and then only a makeup remover wipe took it off. And like everything I tried in order to make this work, it wasn't successful. These are just a pass. They're a no-go. They're going in the trash. The gel eyeliner, I don't really love. I was able to get them to kind of match, but it says gel eyeliner. So I was thinking it was gonna like glide pretty easily because most gel eyeliners that I've used usually glide pretty effortlessly. And this guy just really didn't do that. If I went like this on my hand, it worked great. When I was putting on my eyelid, I don't know if it's because it was going over top of powder or what, but it was not great. So it's really patchy. It skipped a ton. I had to keep going in and like really like pressing and working this in there, which again, it's your eyelid. It's a very delicate area and you don't want to have to like press really hard. You want things to just glide and work easily on especially that part of the face. Again, it's $1, like can't really ask for too much for $1, you know? But I think I've just tried so many of the AOA products that I've enjoyed so far that I was really hoping this would be really great. And it was just kind of a bummer. I went in there a bunch and it still is like patchy and like missing spots and yeah. And oh, also, if you get this on your lashes, like if when you're going in there and it gets in those lashes, forget about getting it out of your lashes. Yeah, this one's a pass too. Not good. I think I'm going to throw this one away as well. So like I said earlier, I used the Fat Lash Mascara in the other AOA makeup video that I did. It took me forever to do my lashes because this formula has just gotten a lot tackier, I guess, kind of might be the right word. I don't know. It's just a lot harder to apply than when I was first using it. Like this got weirder. I have multiple mascaras. Pretty much all of them last longer than this one has. It just was way more of a hassle than it was when I was initially using it. For that reason, I'm gonna toss this one as well. And last but not least, the Lip Pop lip glosses. I like these. I mean, for only having been wearing them for a few minutes, they feel comfortable on my lips. They don't feel like gloppy. They're not sticking together. They feel really smooth on the lips. And I like that in a lip gloss. I cannot stand sticky, like, lip glosses. Ew, gross. Gross, gross, gross. Like, I don't want my lips sticking together. Blech. They're a little bit thicker than I thought they were going to be. And because of that, and especially the darker shade, I feel like these aren't really ones you can just kind of throw on without a mirror. But yeah, off of wearing them for, I don't know, 10 minutes maybe at this point, I like them. They're nice. All right, you guys, that is it for my AOA natural makeup look. I love you guys so much. Thank you for hanging out with me on my channel today. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you like this video. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't done that already. And make sure to ring the bell if you'd like to be notified every single time I upload, Thursdays at 6 p.m. Central Time. And make sure to head over to my Instagram page. You can find me there at everyday.amymay and hang out with me on socials. So that wraps up this video and I'll see you guys in the next one.